welcome to day 2 of Vlogmas and the Advent calendar by All From Jade. So we are going to jump into the pattern reveal this morning and see what our day 2 project is. And I'm Rachel with Not Made, by the way. Hi. All right, so as you saw, this morning's pattern on the Advent calendar was the reindeer crochet plush by Wonder Crochet. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, well, this is going to be my first more than an hour project, just because of the pieces involved. So I know if there's a lot of pieces or if it's not a, well, it is a no-sew pattern, mostly. Actually, I haven't gotten parts of it are no-sew, but I haven't gotten all the way through. I can't imagine. No, it's not completely no-sew because you have to make the antlers, but some of the parts are sewn in. So anyway, all of that to say, I stuck with my time limit. I gave myself 1 hour to work on this. And I'm definitely going to finish this piece because I absolutely have to take it to market with me this month. It's a reindeer wearing a Christmas sweater. I mean, how much more on theme could you get? But this is as far as I got with the time constraint of an hour. I finished the head, and the ears are what you start with. You make the 2 ears, and then of course you crochet those in. It's an interesting head shape. I find that it's not bad. Sometimes when I do head shapes that work from the snout back, I feel like the back of the head is too flat, but I think this one worked out okay. What I will say something about this pattern that I realized is it's difficult when you don't have, so obviously with the Advent calendar, you don't know what's coming up. So it's not like you have these supplies necessarily that would go with this particular pattern. So I'm using the Burn-Up Baby frosting for the body color. It's supposed to be a brown, but I was like, I don't have that in a weight that's going to work. I do have a brownish that I'm going to use for the antlers, but that's Big Twist Plush, which is super huge, so I'm not sure how that's going to work out. But you know, I don't have all of the materials necessarily for this project because I wasn't planning for this project. So that does make a difference, and I feel like that also probably added to my time because these yarns aren't you know, necessarily going together well. But I got the head done, and then I got this far on one of the arms where I had the ending color. That's the Big Twist Plush that I will be using for the antlers as well. And then of course the body color, and then I started on the sweater. One row. I was like, I've got to get this row in, and I did. All right, so I didn't make it very far, obviously, in the finished plushie, and so I'm going to insert a picture, a screenshot of what it's supposed to look like when it's done, or the idea there, and then I will reveal my finished plushie when I do my what I made this week video. But that's as far as I got in an hour, so it's definitely a more time-intensive project, not like supermarket preppable type of thing, but definitely cute. Would make a great gift, I think, and I'll have more to say on that when I've actually finished it and what I think of the finished product. But again, I can't completely speak to that because I don't have the right supplies. I don't have the yarns that she recommended. And so I'm just kind of making do with what I have in my stash, and I think that that's fine. And that'll be, you know, part of this whole experiment with the advent calendar, is just making it with what you've got, you know, and just kind of seeing how it goes. But again, I think that if this is a project that you want to make, you really need to pay attention to the materials list, and make sure you've got the correct, you know, yarns that will work for you. So I will get this guy done at some point. It may not be today, but I do want to try to get him done today, so I'll be working on that later. But for now, I have to go and do all of my big girl responsibilities. So I will see you all tomorrow in the next Vlogmas vlog. And yeah, you guys have a great day. Bye.